Hello, everybody. Welcome to another amazing episode of Youth Connect. I'm Aiden.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Logan.
I'm Jeffrey.
And welcome to our Youth Connect. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another fun and awesome episode of Youth Connect. I am so excited for you guys to hear about some awesome news. But what in the world is Youth Connect? For anybody that's new, I want to just talk about it for a quick second. Youth Connect is a news interest entertainment show that was created during the pandemic for the community, by the community. And everyone here are advocates for inclusion and for all abilities. And as broadcasters, entertainers, we want to be included in opportunities for acting, directing, writing, chefs, speakers, musicians, you name it, and we want to do it. So there is a lot of news today. There's going to be interesting news, some fun news, a little bit of cooking news, a little bit of live music as well. But we always have to start off first off with some gaming news. So what in the world am I going to be talking about for this first gaming news? Well, it's always going to have to be our Spotlight Game of the Week. Now, what is Spotlight Game of the Week? Well, either it's a game that is going to be coming out, has come out recently, or is an old classic. And today, this game has been getting a lot of positive feedbacks with a 4.5 out of 5 stars and over 20,000 reviews. Don't listen to the haters, guys, because really this game looks absolutely brilliant. And today's Spotlight Game of the Week is called Starfield. So what is Starfield? I want to talk about this game because this game is quite important. Starfield is the first new universe in over 25 years from Bethesda Game Studios, the award-winning creators of The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim, and Fallout 4. In this next generation role-playing game set amongst the stars, you can create any character you want and explore with unparalleled freedom as you embark on an epic journey to answer humanity's greatest mystery. Now, what is it? It's the year 2330. That is a long time in the future. Humanity has ventured beyond our solar system, settling new planets and living as a spacefaring people. You will join the Constellation, the last group of space explorers seeking rare artifacts throughout the galaxy, and navigate the vast expanse of space in Bethesda's Game Studio's biggest and most ambitious game. So what is it? In Starfield, the most important journey is the one that you tell with your character. You're going to be starting your journey by customizing your appearance and deciding your background and traits. Will you be an experienced explorer, a charming diplomat, a stealthy cyber runner, or something else entirely? The choice is literally yours. Decide who you will be and what you will become. Why is this game so cool? Well, you could venture through the stars and explore more than 1,000 planets. That's quite a lot of planets, guys. Create your own ship and just explore and be amazed by this amazing game by Bethesda Studios. Now, guys, I recommend that you really check out this game. It looks absolutely fantastic. Don't listen to what people have been saying because this game looks really fun. I know that there's been bigger games like Baldur's Gate 3 and a few other ones here and there, but I really want you to check out this game because if it's made by Bethesda, you might like it because it looks really cool. Anyways, though, this has been my first gaming news, and next up is Kevin with some all-important news, and I just cannot wait to hear what interesting fact of the day he has for us.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Youth Connect with me, Kevin Aruja. So now let's get right into our headlines. The new Ontario Housing Minister says Greenbelt reviews could see more land removals in first public appearance. The new revenue tools on the agenda at Toronto City Council. Toronto's home prices fall for a second month in a row after brief spring frenzy. And the NHL star trade hockey sticks for golf club in Muskoka to support Special Olympics. Ontario's newly minted housing minister Paul Calandra says he's working to launch a promised review of Greenbelt development that could see more land removed from the region as part of a suite of measures proposed on the file Wednesday. Speaking to reporters on Queen's Park, Calandra said he asked his deputy minister of housing Tuesday to put in place a fulsome reviews of the process in which the lands were chosen to be removed from this protected region. The new minister said he isn't clear on what the review would entail, but that it is possible that it could require the government to remove or add land. In tandem with the review, Calandra said in a provincial facilitator is currently negotiating community benefits with local governments, work that he hopes will be done by the end of the year, after which he committed to making his results public. Further measures floated by Calandra on Wednesday, including options for speculation and cancellation penalties. Additional consumer protections such as increased penalties for cancellation of purchase agreements and increased penalties for extortion of purchase agreements, and a potential increase of a non-resident speculation tax from its current 25%. When asking if for government would pause the issuing of ministerial zoning orders, which allow the government to override local government's decision on land use. Pending the review, Calandra said it would not. As the city council debates what new revenue tools should be added to its toolbox to help plug a $1 billion budget hole, a new staff report showed that its shelter systems and an influx of refuge climates is adding to Toronto's financial woes. The revenue tools, which were unanimously supported by Mayor Olivia Chow Executive Committee last month, and a push for more cash for Ottawa to deal with the refugee crisis, are among the big-ticket items on the agenda at this week's meeting, which begins on Wednesday. To help address the budget shortfall, the city staff have recommended that the council explore a municipal sale tax, a parking levy, which hikes to existing taxes such as the vacant home tax and land transfer tax for owners of luxury homes. Beyond the immediate financial pressures faced by the municipality, Toronto's city manager has warned that the city will see an expected budget shortfall of nearly $50 billion over the next 10 years. The transit ridership has not returned to pre-pandemic level and is one of the main factors draining money from the city's operating budget, along with higher inflation rates and shelter costs. City officials have warned that none of the revenue tools been considered will be enough to bring the city back into the black. The Greater Toronto Area housing market saw home sales and price barely shifted between July and August, but the leader of region's housing vote is expecting more volatility on the way. The Toronto Regional Real Estate Board revealed on Wednesday that just a month before 5,294 sales, almost 1% more than July's sales. However, August sales amounted to a 5.2% drop from the previous year. The numbers reflected higher borrowing costs and uncertainty about the economy and the Bank of Canada's decision making, which has resulted in 10 interest rate hikes over the last 18 months. The bank was due to make another interest rate announced Wednesday morning. The average price of a detached home in Greater Toronto ticked it up almost 3% to move the $1.4 million in August, year over year, while semi-detached properties rose nearly 7% to slightly more than $1 million. In the second scenario, when a moderate recession occurs, that's a Toronto housing price could bottom out by the end of next year at about 5% below July 2023 levels. In the third scenario, where new listings were weak and population growth is strong, home price would push past the February 2022 peak by early 2025. In sports news, the NHL star Morgan Rielly traded his hockey stick for a golf club this week in Muskoka to co-host the inaugural Motion Ball 44 Fall Classic in support of the Special Olympics. And the Leaf defenseman wasn't alone. To have some teammates as well as awesome to get that support, and we were looking to win this tournament, Riley said about his on-ice teammates, Sam Lafferty, Austin Matthews, and Mitch Marner joining the 120 golfers in Port Carling Tuesday. Ryan Colbert has been a Special Olympics athlete for 16 years and with Motion Ball for 10 years. The sold-out event was an overwhelming success, bringing golfers together to compete against Special Olympics and the Leafs' top stars. Impressed with the technique of the Leafs on the golf course, Culprit said he is a proud Leafs fan who hopes the team goes all the way this season. And in today's weather forecast, we've got a mix of sun and clouds this afternoon. The temperature is now 24 degrees. And then tomorrow, we will get another mix of sun and clouds. The temperature will be 23 degrees. And now for the new topic for an interesting fact. Do you see that huge pumpkin fields? Yes, that is pumpkins. That's for the new story for interesting fact. So what is pumpkins? Pumpkins are the type of winter squash and belong to the genus Cucurbita. This makes them a part of the gourd family. They are cultivated on every continent in the world except Antarctica. Pumpkins are found in many dishes, from pies and porridge to soup and curries. You can even cook and eat pumpkin seeds in addition. And also some, of course, pumpkin spice lattes in cafe. In some cultures, use pumpkins for medicinal purpose. On top of all that, pumpkin find use as a spooky decorations during the Halloween season as well. So now more facts about pumpkins. The English word for pumpkin comes from ancient Greece. It's derived from the Greek word pepon, which means melon. The word also connects with the Latin word peponum and the French word pompon. But pumpkins are fruits, not vegetables. Since they're obtained from flowering plants, pumpkins are classified as fruits. Therefore, pumpkin usually refers to the species Cucurbita pepo, but it also refers to C. maxima, C. agrosperma, and C. moschata. In the United States, Illinois is the largest producer of pumpkins. Illinois produced 564 million pounds of pumpkins in 2020, as much as the following five states combined. The village of Morton in Illinois calls itself the pumpkin capital of the world. It's said to supply more than 80% of the world's canned pumpkin. A 3.5-ounce serving of raw pumpkin contains about 26 kilocalories of food energy. A fruit pumpkin contains 92% of water, 6.5% of carbohydrates, 1% of protein, and only 0.1% fat. They are also a good source for vitamin A and C. The edible nutrient-rich seeds of a pumpkin are so-called pepitas. Yes, the seeds are generally long, flat, and oval. They are good sources of protein, magnesium, zinc, and copper. They are also rich in dietary fiber and micronutrients. With that, we come to the end of my segment. Tune in for next week's news, weather, and our very own interesting fact. And I'm sending you back to Aiden.
All right, guys, that is absolutely amazing. I gotta say, first of all, Kevin, what is your favorite pumpkin type food?
For me, pumpkin spice latte, which I've heard about it a couple of months ago.
All right, all right, all right. I will ask Logan, what is your favorite pumpkin dish or drink?
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie, classic, classic. I know that my dad absolutely loves pumpkin pie. And what about you, Jeff? Do you have a pumpkin type dish that's your favorite?
Not really. If I had to choose one, probably a pumpkin pie would be for me.
You know what, guys? I'm gonna have to go with I don't know, like a baked pumpkin. I love baked pumpkin. That is absolutely delicious, and it's very hearty. Technically, it's a fruit because it has seeds. But you know what? Thank you so much, Kevin. I bet everybody was so surprised to hear about your interesting fact of the day. I definitely was. And now it has brought us to our second gaming news. I hope you guys are ready. So what's going on in the gaming world? Okay, I know. I just talked about Starfield, but the reason why I talked about Starfield is that I could do a continuation on Starfield. And today the continuation is all about what's going on in the world of Starfield. Why are people obsessed about it? And why are they saying this game is absolutely mind-blowing? Well, Bethesda RPGs are known for their sprawling world, varied quest lines, and moral choices. But Starfield is also impressing players with some incredible detail when it comes to the tiny objects littered throughout environments and the physics around how they interact with one another. So players have been picking up and hoarding random objects in Fallout and the Elder Scrolls for years. Starfield is no different. Through the sheer scale at which players can mess around with everything from sandwiches to coffee mugs, have people wowed. For example, the first example to make a really good impression, it was a ship full of potatoes. So what in the world's happening in this? Earlier this week, the Muzapan, or technically that's his name, user Muzapan, shared a video on the Starfield subreddit on September 4th called Time to Let Something Go. And the clip showed a hatch opening up on board the Frontier to reveal hundreds of potatoes pouring out into the hallway. It wasn't just that Muzapan had painstakingly collected and placed all the potatoes, or technically all of their produce, on the ship. That was incredible and kind of wild. But it was how each of the individual potatoes rolled out in one intricate but fluid animation. Every single small detail. Players have been blown away by a similar amount of real-time flexibility when it comes to other objects. While, let's say, for example, sticking a bucket over the NPCs' heads, you basically, well, guys, imagine like this. If I put a bucket over your head, can you see? I don't think you can see. But if you stick a bucket over an NPC's head, you can stop them from seeing you steal stuff, which remains a Bethesda RPG 101 skill. One industrious player managed to steal tons of items simply by pushing them into containers and then carrying them off without ever technically adding them to their inventories. So this game has a really, really, really good rendering system, and I absolutely love how it's turning out. I really, really hope to see what else is going to be happening here. I feel like this could be very, very amazing, and you know what, any future game should implement this system as well, because honestly, imagine having each individual object fall out in synchronization, not just like, oh, it's just a block. They all fell out individually, so it kind of looked like real life. We're getting more realistic as time goes on, guys. Amazing. Anyways, this is where I would say next up is Joshua, but unfortunately he is not here. So I will have his back, and I got you some good story news. What is the good story news? I think you might actually like this one. It's really, really good. So a Michigan woman, guys, is being hailed a hero after she rescued a 4-year-old autistic boy who jumped into a lake. So, guys, drowning is the leading cause of death among autistic children, but the water would have to make do with frogs and fish after Jessica Bohr and the boy's grandma saw him fall in, and the former tossed her smartphone over her shoulder before jumping in. Ring camera captured the youngster tumbling into a pond and Bohr's rescue. The young woman has a 3-year-old of her own and said that the sight of the little boy drowning was frightening, but nevertheless, she told Inside Edition that she didn't think much at all as she was jumping in. The mother of the 4-year-old boy was later thanked because, you know what, doing something as heroic as jumping into water just to save somebody is absolutely amazing. Boris says that the boy she saved is doing absolutely fine and is excited to celebrate his 5th birthday. You know what? I will say that is absolutely amazing. Good job, Jessica Bohr. I am absolutely amazed. I give it 2 thumbs up. You know what? Saving somebody, guys, you know, requires you to think besides yourself and save their life. Because obviously you can just walk by and just pretend nothing happened. But you want to be a good person. So this Jessica, good job on her. Absolutely amazing. So what's going on next? Oh, shoot. I just realized Nibras is in here. So we got to keep the story going. But before we do that, I don't want to keep talking. So I'm going to actually bring you Logan, who is going to be sharing some cooking knowledge. I just can't wait to hear what he has to share.
Hello, Youth Connect. I am Logan, and today I have a very special episode, sort of. So So just recently, I just got back into school again, and I'm taking the food nutrition course at Humber. And just today, only a few hours ago, I I just got back from my first ever cooking lab, where I made two very good, very nutritious meals that I'd like to share with you today. So the first one I have here is a lovely shepherd's pie that is made using turkey instead of lamb, which technically doesn't make it a shepherd's which it technically doesn't make it a shepherd's pie. It's more like a poulterer's pie. But yeah, turkey has a lot of good nutritional benefits. It's very high in vitamins B, B12, with B2, which all aid in metabolism. It's also very high in iron and zinc, and it has a lot less fat in it than beef or lamb, which are like some of the more common shepherd's pie fillings. So I'm just going to go through all the stages and what else is inside here. So what else is, there's some diced carrots, some onions, some celery, some green bell peppers. And as you can see up here, it has a signature of shepherd's pie, the mashed potato top with a nice crust of cheddar cheese. And so that would be the first dish that I made. The second one, I have here some lovely peach muffins. Now, these were made using like the usual things that you'd expect in a muffin: eggs, butter, milk, flour. Like, it's all pretty standard stuff, not exactly very healthy, but hey, I'm in food and nutrition. Just because something's nutritious doesn't mean it's good for you. But what else is in here is some nice ground ginger. Now, ginger is very nutritious for you. It's got a lot of good medicinal qualities. It can help with stuff like nausea and it also works as an appetite suppressant. It can help soothe the sore throat. It's a very good thing to have when you're sick. And so that would make these muffins pretty nutritious to eat. And so, yeah, those were the two dishes that I made for this week. I will see if for the following weeks I'll be able to get more of these food onto the screen for Youth Connect, and we can continue with this series as it goes on. But yeah, that would just about be all that I have to share for today. So back to you, Aiden.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that for a quick second. I was trying to make sure to gather all the information. So you learned about making turkey shepherd pie and peach muffins. You know what? I got to ask, Logan, do the peach muffins actually taste like peaches? Because I think to myself, when you bake a peach, does it lose its flavor or does it not lose its flavor?
Oh, well, we added peaches into the muffin, so yeah, they absolutely do taste like peaches.
Oh, that sounds absolutely.
I wouldn't say that they really diminish the flavor at all when you bake them.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Logan. Good cooking knowledge to learn about, guys. Good to put into your brains and learn about. All right, guys, let's keep the train moving because we got to get to more people as time goes on. So what is next? Well, I brought you a board game of the week, similar to our video game of the week, but now it's a board game. And today's board game of the week is called the Isofarian Guard. I apologize if I butchered the name, but I'm pretty sure it's called the Isofarian Guard. So what is it? The Isofarian Guard is a solo co-op narrative-driven adventure board game for 1 to 2 players. And are you ready for the story? Here we go. Welcome to Isofar. Isofar? I'm going to say Isofar. A wild land severe in its beauty. The Isofarian people take great pride in the ability to flourish among the hostile wildlife and cruel elements to their mountainous home. As a member of the Isofarian Guard, life is never dull. You try to keep the peace among your fellow Isofarians, and as well as deal with constant threats from the aggressive Falmond Empire to the south. But now the old patterns are shifting. New forces are at work that will challenge the very underpinnings of reality. You will guide 8 different Isofarian guards throughout 5 interweaving campaigns as they deal with a power that threatens not only Isofar, but the entire world. So in the Isofarian Guard, you will travel throughout the cities and wilderness of Isofar. Wow, goodness, this word comes out quite a lot. On a beautifully illustrated world map. You must fight off enemies using a unique and highly customizable battle system and use your wits to talk your way out of sticky situations. As you forge important alliances, opportunities will arise for you to craft stronger gear, gain new powers, and step into the destiny you were called to. Well, this sounds absolutely mind-boggling. You know what this sounds like, guys? Just like a video game, and a board game that kind of tackles the same topic is definitely going to have to be something interesting, and I'm going to have you guys have to check it out because this looks brilliant. If you guys want a good board game that's based off of a story and you kind of want to have it more like a video game, but not actually be a video game, I recommend that you check out the Isofarian Guard. Oh, okay. What's up next? Let me think here. I know it is going to be somebody with his musician or his musical instruments, as I should say, because you know who it is. It's going to be Jeffrey, our live musician, with his live music.
All right.
Hi everybody, hope you're ready to jam, hope you're ready to dance, hope you're ready to get your mood on, get a good groove, and hope you're ready to have some fun. So here's Jelly Roll, one of my original songs. Hope you're ready to dance. You, Jelly Roll, one step forward, 2 steps back. Roll your hips side to side, down high, just slide. Shake your hands to and fro, never let the smile go. You can do it, yes you can. And your pockets, give me a change. Have me grab fake, rearrange, don't hide and slide. Be the best you can be. Let me hear you say it. Wheel, chill, Jelly Roll. One step forward, 2 steps back. Roll your hips side to side, don't hide, no slide. Shake your hands to and fro, never let your smile go. You can do, yes you can. Empty your pockets, give me your change. And we've got fake, rearrange, don't hide and slide. Be the best you can be. Let me hear you say it. Boo, chill, Jelly Roll. Shake your hands to and fro. Never let the smile go. pockets, give me your change. Immigrant feet, rearrange them high and slide. Be the best you can be. Let me hear you say it. You know one, wiggle, jiggle, jolly roll. One step forward, two steps back. Roll your hips side to side, don't hide or slide. Shake your hands to and fro. Never let the smile go. You can do it, yes you can. Empty your pockets, give me your change. Tap it, rearrange, don't hide and slide. Be the best you can be. Let me hear you say it. You know you gotta win. Chill your roll. One step forward, two steps back. Roll your hips side to side, don't hide and slide. Wiggle, jiggle, chill your roll. Shake your hands to and fro. Never let smile you go. Into your pockets, give me your change. Let me grab fate, rearrange, don't hide or slide. Be the best you can be. Let me hear you say it. You know you gotta wiggle, jiggle, chill your roll. One step forward, two steps back. Roll your hips side to side, don't hide or slide. Shake your hands to and fro. Never let your smile go. You can do it, yes you can. Wiggle, jiggle, chill your roll. Shake your hands to and fro. Never let the smile go. Wiggle, jiggle, chill your roll. One step forward, two steps back. Roll your hips side to side, don't hide or slide.
Amazing.
Thank you, everybody. This is Jeffrey, your live musician. Let's see you all next week. And make sure to check out my website, jeffreyinkerman.com. And back to you, Aiden. Bye, everybody.
It's great to hear such an amazing classic from Jeffrey. I absolutely love Jelly Roll. It's a classic song. It's absolutely brilliant. And honestly, though, you know what? I really like Jeffrey's original songs more. Anyways, I hope that you guys really enjoyed this Youth Connect. Remember, if you really, really like Youth Connect, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And don't forget to click the notification bell.
I will say thank you to all my co-hosts. So thank you so much, Logan. Thank you so much, Jeff. And thank you so much, Kevin. And other than that, I hope that you guys have a great weekend. And we will see you all next time. Goodbye, guys, and have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.